Clarity Clinical Solutions.
Can a sugar pill really heal you? Can a doctor's warning actually cause harm? Welcome to the fascinating world of the placebo and nocebo effects, where your mind can shape your body's response to treatment. A placebo is an inert substance with no active mechanism against the condition being treated. The placebo effect is the measurable improvement that arises from the patient's expectation, the ritual of care, and conditioning. This is a real psychobiological event, endorphin release, dopamine activation, not all in your head. It is in your brain. And it is powerful enough that every clinical trial must control for it. The nocebo effect is the dark twin. Negative expectations trigger real negative effects. If a patient reads a side effect list and expects nausea or pain, their brain can generate those symptoms, even from a placebo pill. Up to 70 to 80% of side effects reported in drug groups are also reported in placebo groups. The warning itself can become the cause. The history of placebo goes back centuries. The word means "I shall please" in Latin. The modern breakthrough came in 1955 from anesthesiologist Henry Beecher, who published The Powerful Placebo, finding that about 35% of patients improved on placebos. And in the 1950s, sham surgery trials showed that even the surgical ritual has a massive placebo component. Placebo effects work through specific brain mechanisms. Endorphins, natural opioids released by the brain, which is why placebo pain relief can be blocked by naloxone. Dopamine, the reward pathway, activates when we expect benefit. And classical conditioning, the white coat, clinic smell, and treatment ritual trigger learned physiological responses. Nocebo works through the brain's stress system. Negative expectation triggers the amygdala and activates the HPA axis, releasing cortisol and adrenaline. The neuropeptide cholecystokinin amplifies pain signals. Researchers have shown that CCK antagonists can block nocebo effects. And hypervigilance makes normal body sensations feel painful, creating a self-reinforcing feedback loop. This is why every rigorous clinical trial uses a placebo-controlled, double-blind design. Neither the patient nor the doctor knows who gets the real drug. This controls for expectation bias. Without a placebo arm, you cannot tell if improvement came from the drug, from belief, or from the natural passage of time. A drug that shows 60% improvement with a 40% placebo response has a true effect of only 20%. The placebo effect varies dramatically by condition. It is strongest for conditions the brain can influence: pain, depression, anxiety, IBS, and Parkinson's, where the placebo response can reach 30 to 40%. It is weakest for objective structural endpoints like tumor shrinkage, infection clearance, or bone healing. The brain cannot think a tumor away. The nocebo effect has huge implications for clinical research. In antidepressant trials, 70 to 80% of reported side effects in the drug group are also reported in the placebo group. For statins, 4 to 11% of placebo patients drop out due to drug side effects from an inert pill. When those patients were re-challenged under double-blind conditions, 90% tolerated the statins just fine. Using placebos raises ethical questions. The Declaration of Helsinki limits placebo use when effective treatments exist. The principle of equipoise requires genuine uncertainty about which arm is better. And informed consent must clearly state the chance of receiving a placebo. Placebo use is ethical when no proven treatment exists, patients face no serious harm, and consent is transparent. The most dramatic evidence comes from sham surgery. In 2002, Moseley published a study in the New England Journal of Medicine where patients received real arthroscopic knee surgery or fake surgery with just a skin incision. There was no significant difference in pain or function at 2 years. Similarly, sham deep brain stimulation for Parkinson's showed measurable motor improvement from expectation alone. Perhaps the most surprising discovery is open-label placebos. Ted Kapchuk's group at Harvard gave IBS patients bottles clearly labeled placebo, and the pills still worked significantly better than no treatment. Deception is not required. The ritual of taking a pill produces real benefits even when you know it is a placebo. This research has a practical takeaway for every healthcare interaction. A warm, confident clinician enhances the placebo effect. Positive framing, like most people tolerate this well, produces better outcomes than listing every possible side effect. The entire ritual of medicine is a contextual treatment we can optimize. So here is what we learned. Placebo is real physiological benefit from positive expectation. Nocebo is real harm from negative expectation. Every clinical trial uses placebos to find the true drug effect. And how we communicate about treatment matters as much as the treatment itself. The mind participates in healing, for better or worse. Choose your words wisely.